In Namibia, consumer inflation edged up slightly to 6.9% year-on-year in the month of September from 6.8% in August. The Namibia Statistics Agency said that inflation on a month-on-month basis rose 0.2%, unchanged from the previous month. Now let's take a look at the local debt market. Linda Chukwuma is a fixed income trader for UBA, and she joins me on the program to take a look at how the fixed income market has been doing since the opening session. Good afternoon, Linda.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for your time. Now, talk to us on the trading session for today.
Oh, okay. The FX market is largely illiquid. The market opened at 3:15 today, and the power market opened at 12:60. The interbank market is not active, just few trades done today. But CBN has been intervening in the market daily to improve liquidity. CBN sold 1.5 yesterday at 304.5. The current news is CBN has suspended banks from selling dollar proceeds of IMTS to BDC with the intention of first bank to further notice. And then the suspension came as a result of non-compliance with the directives CBN have given to banks. The banks CBN instructed banks to sell proceeds from IMTS. But CBN, after the investigation, realized that banks have not been complying with this rule, and they have been selling at higher margin to BBC. And then aim of CBN for this suspension is also to mop up the dollar position by non-compliant banks and make this dollar available to all BDCs nationwide. And then CBN also suspended 194 BDC. Basically, because these BDCs have not been rendering returns as required by CBN, and some of them are yet to renew their license. And then for the outlook.
No, go on.
Okay, for the outlook, we expect current trend in the market, except for major inflows into the system. And we also expect more interventions from CBN.
Okay.
To improve liquidity on the market.
Thank you so much, Linda Chukwuma, dealer with Wema Bank. The oil prices fell on Thursday after OPEC said its production had risen to the highest level in at least 8 years, and following reports of an increase in U.S. crude stockpiles. Brent crude oil futures was trading at $51.46 per barrel in early trade. Traders say that oil markets had come under pressure after OPEC reported a rise in output, despite the producer cartel having plans potentially with non-OPEC producer Russia to cut production in a bid to rein in a global glut. OPEC on Wednesday reported its oil production climbed to the highest in at least 8 years and raised its forecast for 2017 non-OPEC supply growth, pointing to a larger surplus next year, despite the group's proposal to cut output. Okay, let's get some perspectives to the oil markets as Adim Okwesa, a research analyst with the Financial Derivatives Company Limited, joins me on the program. Adim, it's good to have you on the show.
Thank you, Bolaji.
Now, what is your reaction to the latest rise in crude oil prices, apart from the fact that today we saw that drop?
Well, oil prices are been on anticipating that producers and I think the biggest energy companies come out to say that it is willing to cut production.
Okay, we'll try and fix that audio and get back to Adim and hear what he has to say about the oil markets. But let's move on now. The Central Bank of Nigeria has kicked against what it describes as concerns about indiscriminate and suspicious manners and bank customers were spending dollars and other foreign currencies abroad through their NADRA debit cards. The regulator said it, through the Bankers Committee, concluded that the bank customers who spent above $50,000 annually in forex limits that it would impose some restrictions on the access to the nation's forex market. The Director of Banking Supervision of the Central Bank, Chukwuma, stated this after the meeting that held at the CBN office here in Lagos. According to her, all accounts are linked to a particular bank verification number, and that if people continue to breach that rule, they will lose access to the forex markets. Let's cross over now to the Nigerian Interbank Forex market for currency analysis for Thursday. Olalekan Idowu is a trader with UBA and it joins me now on the program. Olalekan, it's good to have you on the program. Okay, if you can hear me. Okay, if you can hear me, the Bankers Committee, like I mentioned, has indicated plans to ensure compliance with a $50,000 annual withdrawal limit on the NADRA debit cards when an individual from the country travels abroad. What is your view on this news? Okay, if you're still there, I asked about the restriction that the Bankers Committee said it would place on those who are having to travel abroad, who have to spend from the NADRA debit card, saying that they would no longer allow an individual to go beyond the $50,000 mark. Okay, it seems that we have lost the trader from UBA there, talking about how the interbank forex market fared for today. Now, Egypt has received a $2 billion central bank deposit from Saudi Arabia for the month of September. According to the country's prime minister, this was accounted for in the previous month's foreign reserves total, which stood at $19.6 billion. The timing of the deposit makes it clear that it received it before a suspension of petroleum aid by Saudi Arabia, which began on October the 1st, and had raised questions over the fate of Saudi Arabia's aid destined for Egypt. Egypt's central bank said late on Wednesday that it has received that amount and could bring it closer to clinching a $12 billion International Monetary Fund lending program aimed at plugging the country's deficit and balancing its currency markets, but had not clarified when the money was received. And Wells Fargo's chief executive, John Stumpf, is to resign immediately in the wake of a scandal over its sales practices. According to Wells Fargo, the bank is investigating how 2 million accounts were opened without customers' permission. Last month, they said that Mr. Stumpf, who paid $19.3 million last year, would not receive a salary during the inquiry. He will be succeeded by the bank's current president and chief operating officer, Timothy Sloan. The bank's independent chairman, Stephen Sanger, will take over as board chairman. The fine imposed on the bank by the U.S. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau was the largest to date by the watchdog. Okay, let's get the final analysis on the program today as we bring in Adim Okwesa, who is a research analyst with the Financial Derivatives Company Limited, is going to be talking about the oil prices and oil markets in general. Adim, thank you for joining us again.
Thank you, Balaji. Thank you, Balaji.
Yes, I was asking you before we lost you earlier on about oil prices. For the past week, it's been on the high side, but suddenly today we saw that number deep. What's your reaction to this movement?
I think oil prices have dipped a little bit on rising U.S. stockpiles and concerns about the implementation of production cuts. But the news that Russia is willing to join the table will provide support. Until now, Russia has been silent on whether to join OPEC to take any action. But the fact that President Putin has come out to say that he's willing to freeze production. That's very positive for the market. So I think going forward, we should see oil prices trade between 50 and 55 at least until that November 30th meeting in Vienna.
All right, thank you so much, Adim Ekweta. That's all we can take from you. Adim is a research analyst with the Financial Derivatives Company Limited. It's on that note, we wrap up Business Incorporated. Many thanks for watching. We hope you join us again same time tomorrow. I am Bolaji Akinwale.